Good morning, everybody. First of all, just going to introduce myself. I'm Mayor Jaime Escobar Jr. From the city of Roma. Again, the question is, how does our proximity to Mexico and to United States' biggest importer impact opportunities here for us in Roma, Rio Grande City, and Starr County? Well, for us as a city, it's a huge advantage. Our proximity, Roma's port of entry is the closest port of entry to Monterrey. And as we know, Monterrey is one of the wealthiest cities in Mexico. And it's the manufacturing hub of the country. And now with the nearshoring phenomenon and everything that's going on in Mexico, we're primed, the city of Roma is primed for development. So is it an advantage for us? Absolutely. And it's something that we are trying to take advantage of with the development of our industrial park, the expansion of our port of entry. So the city of Roma, we're really, really excited. I know Rio Grande and the Starr County Camargo Bridge is also looking towards expansion. And I know their efforts are focused, all our efforts are focused on economic development. So we are really excited about the future. We believe that opportunities are here now. And Las Americas and our industrial park is an example of what the steps we're doing to prepare and to take advantage of our proximity to Monterrey. So I hope that was it. I want to reiterate some of what Mr. Milan said. Definitely commercial, retail will continue to be very important in our region. For the city of Roma, all of that is coming, and we're working very closely with the Starr County Industrial Foundation for retail developments, and things are looking very promising. We've capitalized in the last 2-3 years on the potential on industrial development. The City of Roma, the Economic Development Council, has purchased over 300 acres of land that will be dedicated strictly for industrial development, some heavy manufacturing, mid-manufacturing. So we're really excited, and like Mr. Milan said, we have not really capitalized on it before, on being on our ports of entry. But back in 2018, this is important fact, we were crossing 20 commercial vehicles a day. 20 commercial vehicles. Our operation there for importing was almost non-existent. By 2024, we're averaging slightly over 200 commercial trucks a day. And of course, compared to other ports of entry, that might not sound very significant, but for our port and for what's going on here in Starr County, that's definitely a huge step in the right direction. And all of that has prompted for us to look into further industrial growth. So our development is called Las Americas. It's called the Logistics and Industrial Park. We're very, very proud of the phase 1 that we're currently working in. It's 140 some acres that are part of phase 1. And we've got a great amount of lots under contract. About 40% of the land available is either under contract or already sold. So it's very promising, and we're happy to be right in the middle, smack in the middle of everything, and poised for tremendous growth. So I'd say industrial and commercial as well. We will work with any type of a business and look at what they're proposing and see what's best, what type of abatements we can offer. Of course, we're working very closely with the Starr County Industrial Foundation. They have in many ways taken the lead in helping us structure some of these packages, but we're looking at tax abatements basically. I do want to, if we can allow Rose to kind of expand. I know she's not part of the panel, but Rose, do you mind coming up just for a bit? Just to talk about that really quickly.
Yeah,
because
sure.
I know that the Starr County Industrial Foundation, she's done a lot of work on this.
You don't usually take the mic from the mayor.
I just want to follow up on as far as on the government side, as far as the elected officials. Our mandate has been working with our business partners. We've got to make it work. It can't just be, well, this is just the way it's always been. We're changing our culture as far as we want to be a breath of fresh air for developers that want to come into our community. We don't want to put up walls. We want to make it as easy as possible so the transition is done and we can all set up shop as easy as possible. So that's a message that's been trickling down throughout our system. Again, Mr. Garza is a great representation of that. He represents us well in the city. But I do want to make it, Mr. Williams, and for everybody else that's looking at investment, Roma is ready for business.
Thank you.
What an excellent question, and I'm going to put it in very simple terms because I really don't think it's that complicated. I know in business we look at so many different factors, and obviously profit and profit margins and all that is what you look at. To me, it's very simple. Like, you can easily go to the Woodlands, go to Austin, go to San Antonio. It's going to be the same old, and those are great communities, but they're established already. They're established, and yes, that brings a lot of advantages because they've done the game over and over and over again. But if you invest in Starr County, and you invest in Rio Grande City, you invest in Roma, you have an opportunity to build and to grow substantially because, how should I say it? The thirst and the hunger for growth and development is, you won't see it probably in any other part of Texas more than what you see it here. Again, because of in my opinion, our proximity to Monterrey. Like, we have tons of family and friends that go back and forth to Monterrey, and we take advantage of our ports of entry the way we should, and we market this area. If the investors that are already familiar with this border community say, in Roma, Rio Grande, there's tons of land, and it's affordable compared to what you see in other parts of Texas. The Texas Triangle, Dallas, Houston, Austin, that's going to continue to take off, and you're more than welcome to go into that market if you want to and get lost in the shuffle there. But here you're going to have the small town, even though we have big aspirations, the small town attention and the customer service that you're looking for.
Like a boutique.
Like a boutique. Yes, anybody can go to the big franchises in this, and believe me, we're welcoming these nice franchises in Roma, just like we've seen in Rio Grande City. But there's something unique about Starr County, something that's going to be tailor-made, and it's going to be an opportunity to grow like never before. That's what your investors need to understand, that before they look at other places, and they love to travel to San Antonio, go on vacation, so they see all the great things. Pero this is the area where we know it's going to grow substantially, but the investor, and I've talked to some investors, there's some that they're so distracted, they don't know what they want. But the investor that knows what they want will understand that Starr County, that the city of Roma, Rio Grande is a place to be right now. It's a place to be. And like I was talking to a friend of mine or an associate that I just met and talked to about some investments, and there's like a lot of people are playing checkers, and they're playing the short game. We're playing chess, and we're playing the long game. And we know that Roma and this area is a place for long-term investment. It's going to be the place for most growth, whether it be in industrial, retail, residential. The sky's the limit. And we've seen it, and people in our area, we all believe it, and we've seen it. But we were trying to get other people from the outside to understand the dynamics and see the potential. I don't know if I answered your question, but what I did want to communicate to you was a feeling that a lot of us leaders here have about the potential for growth in Starr County. It's immeasurable. We can't quantify it, it's there, and if you want a place that's going to see results, this is the place to be. Yes. Quickly, that's another reason why we invested so much in the industrial park. The same thing that the gentleman said as far as dads not living here and getting the opportunity to stay with their families. That is where we're going to find the workforce at the industrial park. A lot of dads go and work in the pipelines and the oil and gas industry, but we want to keep them with their families, and that's going to help even transition our communities even more and make them even stronger. Another hat that I wear in my community is I'm in charge of career and technical education for Roma ISD. So I directly work with different industries, and they tell me, what do you need? I ask them, what do you need? What type of employers? What are employers looking for? What type of skills? So we're looking now with the industrial park. A lot of people want us to prepare employees to be ready engineers to work in the industrial park. So we're very, and going back to the question that you had about, I think you mentioned engineering. A lot of times we have people that are very capable and can do high level jobs, but they have to work outside of the Rio Grande Valley. So now with these developments, they'll be able to work here, if that makes sense.